Hello, this is Grandma Jan from Red Toad Art Studio, and today we are going to stray from doing our series An Ordinary Life and do a sea picture, S-E-A, a sea picture. I need to find a page in here. This will be just a single spread. I think we'll do this page right here. Now I have gone ahead and fussy cut my images, hunted them up obviously because it took me a long time to find what I wanted. I have to look through every book and magazine, you know. I found my images and I fussy cut them and I have inked them. Now, the background. It's going to be a sky. It doesn't really look like a sky, but it fits in when you see the rest of it. And I think we will go ahead and glue that in. There we go. And then the ocean. Now, I have done something different with the ocean. I found a piece of scrapbook paper that was water. I suspicion this was a picture of the ocean. Now, these holes weren't in here. I turned it over. You can see where I scribbled. I made waves. And then, you know the glimmer in the water? I cut out pieces to look like glimmer. Do you see how those are cut out of my ocean waves? Now, the fun part of this is tin foil. I'm backing my sea with tin foil. Do you see how that glimmers pretty in the light? So I need to glue that in. So let's do that next. We'll just make sure it's glued around all of our little openings. And up at the top. And let's put our tin foil down. And I'm going to put the shiny side, the shiniest side, to the outside. So we get that really good glimmer. This is just plain old aluminum foil that we use in the kitchen. And look at that. Doesn't that look neat? Now, I need to trim this just a little bit. Now, let's put some glue on this and glue it down underneath our sky. It might be easier to put the glue here. It takes up the rest of the page. All right. Let's get our sea down. I think that looks so neat. And the pink that didn't make a good sky earlier makes a good sky now. Let's trim our edges. I like that. Now, we need a sea bottom. And in some of my scrapbooking paper, we had rocks. And I cut this off of a page of rocks. Isn't that neat? I just love it. So let's glue the rocks down. Now it seems almost a shame what I'm going to do next. This should be a beautiful picture. I should have a pretty mermaid or something to sit there. Maybe I'll do one like that later. But this is kind of a silly picture. Look what I have to put on these rocks. A crab. I just love him. I think he looks so neat. Now, he is going to have a lot of treasures he's found in the ocean. So I have a treasure chest, but these aren't what all he found, and I'm going to add some things to the chest, and we'll get to that in a minute. But we also have to decide on the crab. I think he found a pair of glasses, and he had to have those glasses. I think that makes him so cute. I also found a hat, but I don't think I'm going to use the hat. I don't think. Let's see what the hat looks. The hat is hard to put on with his eyes to make it look right. And I definitely want those eyes showing. Yeah, we're not going to use the hat. So I think we should probably put those glasses on our crab. And then we maybe should fill our treasure chest with some junk or some treasures. It's all in the mind of the owner. So let's take care of our crab. I think just a little bit of glue around the bottom parts of the rim, and it will be easy to tear these, so I have to be very careful. Let's see if that's enough. Isn't he cute? Now, I'm not sure where I'll put him because this has to go over here and fit in this area. We could trim it off if we need to. Something like that. I think maybe right there. We'll cut it off so it fits right there in the Great Divide. Okay. Glue. Oh, I should decide if I want to split that. I think I might make a split about here, and we can tuck some things in there. In fact, I have some money to tuck in here. What do you think about that? Yeah, I like that. We'll just put a little bit of glue on the end of that. Stick it under there. Yeah. And I think the rest can go on top. I don't have a whole lot because his crab leg comes over there. His claw does a little bit. So let's glue it down. There. Let's put some more things on this. He found, is that a statue of Buddha? I may be wrong. I don't know my religious statues, but the crab liked it, and it wouldn't fit in his chest. So he had to sit it right down here so he could enjoy that statue. Let's see. He also found a can of unopened sardines, and he's saving that for a special day, like maybe Thanksgiving. Let's see. We have a piece of electronics. I don't even know what it is. Let's do it something like that. There's a tape like we used to use to record things. And he thinks someday if he finds a recorder thrown in the ocean, he might be able to use it. There we go. And I actually have a teeny glasses, and I don't know if I'm going to put them there or not. I'm just going to hold on to that and see. Now, if we can get this phone into his claws, that will be good. Do we want it to go this way? I think so. Let's put a dab of glue here to hold it in place. He's looking up food, huh? He must be a hungry crab. Now, let's get him glued in. Isn't he cute? there. I think everything's glued down there. I need to decide about these tiny glasses. They would be cute right there. I'll see if I can cut them out. And let's get our dolphin glued down. And there we are. I think we are done. One man's trash is another crab's treasure. And he has quite a few treasures down here. He has food and a phone. And I don't know if we should have some shadows. Just a little bit of shadow maybe under our sardines before we quit, and our statue. And just a little bit under him. Okay, we're going to quit with that and say that is done. And I hope you have enjoyed our journey into the sea to visit Mr. Crab and his treasures. And I hope you're having a great day, and I will say bye for now.